Cubby blue blood flowing through our veins. Sitting in the bleachers in the rain. We've shed a million tears and drank as many old style beers out at the game. Let's go Cubby, Son Ranto.
With Michael.
Son Ranto.
And Crawley.
Son Ranto and the lovable loser. Son Ranto.
With Michael.
Son Ranto.
And Crawley.
Son Ranto and the lovable losers. Son Ranto.
Oh, that sounds like a man who's been to an eclipse.
I have. I've been into the dark and I screamed and cried just like the caveman that I am.
And now you're back in the light that is Chicago Cubs baseball and the Son Ranto show.
Yeah.
We shine a light on all the darkness here on the Son Ranto show. It is really our specialty. Well, welcome back from Iceland, Michael. My name's Danny Rocket. That's Michael Cotton. We're only here because of our Bleacher Bunch Patreon supporters. Support us at patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch. There's a bunch of you, and we love you all. Also, our sponsors, Penguin Imprints. Use code Bleacher Bunch. You get 10% off, 20% off. My God, he's generous. And also Fanarchy, which is the way I've been kind of clocking these games on the Fanarchy app because I've been in Tech Week for Joe Crawford Goes to Hell by Hell in a Handbag Productions all week. Where I'm heading off. That's why we're doing the show now, everybody. So sorry for the weird kind of time that we're going. But next week should be better for everybody. Maybe. And
yeah.
And then also Matt Camber's Permanent Paintings and In the Clutch shirts. We'd like to thank them too. And what the hell? Obvious shirts too. Let's throw them in there. They're big supporters of me and the Son Ranto show and John Baker Day. And if you use code Ranter, you get a little bit of money off there. It's something that Joe does because he's a nice guy. Hashtag chance in the chat. Let's get right to it because I got a hard out at 6:30 Central today. I got to get down to our final dress rehearsal tonight. And until we do previews starting tomorrow, put hashtag chance in the chat. Win that Frank Chance postcard sent to you by me with a message of love and doom. But a lot happened when you were gone, Michael. I don't know if you realized that it feels like the Cubs, just because of all the commotion on the week, it feels like the Cubs went like 4-2 or 5-1 or something like that. But it was a 500 homestand. There were 2 walk-off wins versus the White Sox that were exciting games. There were giant fights in the bleachers, which we'll talk all about because, Crawley was one of the main guys that took the video of one of those bleacher fights. So he got the privilege of going viral on a bleacher fight. It's really not as fun as you might think.
Yeah, probably not.
No, as everybody's calling you, like, can we use this on our show? And they're like,
yeah.
We can't pay you. And I'm like, well, duh. Like, of course you're not going to pay me.
Now
what year is this?
Right, exactly. I wish. But yeah, no, I was gone so long. We were playing the Royals when I left. And
oh my God.
that went pretty well.
Ancient history.
It really is. It does feel like that in these seasons. It's like, all the way last week, three series ago. Like nobody's talking about that anymore. No, it was good. I was very frustrated. I was honestly very frustrated with this entire homestand, with the fact that they lost 2 of 3 to the Cardinals, and that sucked, yeah. And I was frustrated with winning 2 of 3 from the White Sox because the White Sox played garbage. They were really bad in these games, and the fact that the Cubs lost at all makes me angry. But I was angry that we had to go extra innings for one of those games, which then I had to do the damn Cubs pod on, which pisses me off. And then the next night they walked it off. It's like, why can't you beat this crap team? Sure, they're in first place, but they're in first place the way that I'm in first place of whatever fucking fake baseball league I'm in.
Yeah, you're in first place in your fantasy league of one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Prazmaster from Bums in the Bleachers, our good friend, he's been on the show a bunch of times. He's saying that so many people texted him frantically when the fight video came out, thinking that I was the guy in the Ryan Sandberg jersey getting ambushed by 5 different guys. I don't know what that guy did. He did look like Mike Presnowski. He really did. I don't know what that guy did, but he got a pummeling. And
well, I'm glad Praz wasn't the guy getting beat.
Yeah, exactly. That although then we'd have him on the show and be like, "What did you say?"
What? Yeah, we could get the exclusive.
yeah, then we could get the exclusive. I kind of wish it was Praz because the guy didn't seem like too worse for wear even after he got his ass kicked by a bunch of. Really looked like he got jumped by ice. It was ice night in the bleachers. So we'll talk about that. We'll watch a couple of videos, including Crawley's. There was fighting bleachers, which there is none of. There was pushing in the bleachers of a man pushed a girl in the bleachers. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah. Like a little girl got yanked away from a ball, I guess, that they're going for.
Yeah.
I don't,
and cocaine. There was cocaine in the bleachers too, but that's probably every night. Yeah.
I was going to say there's always cocaine in the bleachers. Just somebody noticed this time.
Yeah. Really? Exactly. This time they just got caught doing something else. And they're like, hey, this guy's got cocaine too.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The thing is,
go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, whenever these things blow up, right? There's a fight in the bleachers. There's like somebody being an asshole, pushing things around. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's watching it. And the fact that I have seen it even just one time tells you how big these things are, because I don't see shit. I don't go looking for this stuff. Like, you tell me there's a fight in the bleachers and I'm gonna be like, oh, anybody we know? No? Okay. I don't give a shit. I don't go looking for these things. And the fact that I've even seen it shows like how big these two things kind of blew up.
National. I mean, Cubs Sox fighting. I mean, back even when the game didn't count, back in the Crosstown Classic, where it'd be one game and all the minor leaguers would basically play innings 5 through 9, and then they would switch off the one game, whether it be at Wrigley or down at Sox Park. That's how it used to be. And there'd be fights every year. Like, this has been going on since the 80s. So, like, fighting at a Cubs Sox game is not a surprise. It's kind of why I don't go to those games. Like, I don't seek it out. Like, I had the opportunity to go to 2 of these games. I was busy, but I was kind of like, I had no plans to go to them because I'm like, it's a shit show. If anything, I don't want to be in the bleachers because of that exact reason. And I'll say why, because it's fucking dangerous. Can we watch? Let's just watch the video. It's only a minute. There's 2 different angles of it. One of the first one's Crawley's angle, and the second one is Dante, I think, from Barfstool. But check. Let's watch this video real quick. So I'll kind of narrate, like, dude that looks like Praz. Oh, I don't see him right now. Oh, there he is. Now he's just getting pummeled. There's like 3 guys wailing on him. There's some red shirts trying to get in. Now there's one guy wailing at him. He's protecting his face. People finally pull away the guy in the gray tank top. There's earlier in the video, you could see people going tumbling down the bleachers. And now here's the closer version of the fight. There's Presnowski with a torn black shirt. He just took a haymaker to the face.
Yeah.
And now here's all the guys wailing on him. They're jumping him like he's an us. But I love the guy on the left. He cannot punch at all. He punches.
No, yeah. These punches are all landing, but doing almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, that guy's pretty big.
That dude fell 3 rows. Got hurt worse than the big dude getting hit right now.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I have seen dudes go flying down the bleachers and tumbling down, and that's how you're going to break your neck. So that's you're going to get yourself killed, and then for some dumb alcohol-driven fight, and listen, I've been in them. I'm not going to act holier than thou and not act like on St. Patrick's Day 2003 I didn't fucking break my thumb accidentally punching a pole while fighting some random guy in the street in New York City. Because that did happen. I'm not gonna act like I didn't like punch some dude in front of my apartment building because he grabbed my ex-wife. I'm not. I have been in fisticuffs. I almost got my ass. Nicole, my wife, got punched in the face at the Dodgers game in 2016. I watched fights. I watched fights kick off there. Really the whole series during that time because Dodger Stadium is violent. But like, here's the thing: you're going to get into one of these fights. Somebody's going to get paralyzed or killed accidentally by going tumbling down the bleachers, and then you'll be like, I don't even know what we were fighting about. He's still on my neck or something.
I was blown away. Cops showed up. Chicago police were there. They took these guys out. I was amazed that nobody, and maybe it's changed, but I think I saw nobody was arrested for the fight. They were arrested for other things, I think, but nobody got arrested for fighting, which I thought was insane. Like, that just tells you go ahead and fight, I guess. Like, do whatever you want.
Prazmaster's in here saying you punched a Polish guy. No, it was a metal pole. But on St. Patrick's Day, it would, that is a strong Irish tradition in New York City to go find the Polish people and just start punching them. Starting with you, Praz. But no, it's a bad look. I was recently kind of in some fisticuffs when I chopped that cup snake. And the guy took a swing at me. He missed, but that could have gone badly. I could have gone tumbling down, broke my neck, and then, or like I pushed that guy back. He goes down tumbling and he breaks his neck. And now I'm facing manslaughter. It happened so quickly, happened so easily. And hey, no fighting in the bleachers. Somebody's going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I don't follow. Is there any idea of what caused it other than just normal shit talking? Because I will say, I've only been to one Cubs Sox game. I was in the bleachers. I was in center field because it filled up quick. And I was sitting with a bunch of Sox guys. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any of them, but I had a perfectly fine time. And we did talk shit to each other. It was fun. But that obviously doesn't always happen. It was also a day game, and maybe that helped.
Yeah, but it definitely helps because you don't have all day to get liquored up in there.
Yeah, but I haven't seen what the hell got that going. And I was kind of confused. It looked like the Andre Dawson jersey guy and the Sandberg jersey guy were against everybody, but then I feel like the Andre Dawson guy turned on the Sandberg guy. So I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, how in the middle of a melee, like people that aren't supposed to be fighting each other just start fighting each other because they didn't know who they were supposed to be fighting. It did seem like there were some cub on cub action. I did notice that in the video. Who knows, dude? Like, it doesn't really matter. It couldn't have been over anything important. But I did see some cub on cub violence, and I'm sure that guy kind of deserved it to get pummeled as such. He must have said something.
Yeah, I assume that he just looked right at him and said, "Suck my fucking dick, bitch."
Yeah, exactly.
And then the gloves were off.
Yeah, PCA was protected by a cage from that blonde lady from doing the same thing to him as happened to Sandberg. Well, so not only did they find, so the only arrest was for cocaine. It wasn't even for fighting. I did not see any fighting arrests. But then there was this other play where this dude pushes this girl out of the way in the bleachers. This made John Boy, which is always embarrassing.
The bleachers are gone, and PCA has gotten the Cubs within one.
And there he goes. He pushes her out of the way. The guy in a Kenny Lofton jersey of all the jerseys to have. And the dude doesn't even look old enough to know who Kenny Lofton is.
Exactly. He got it at a garage sale on the way to the game. He's just like, hey, I'm going to the game tomorrow. I'll just grab it.
Yeah, Lofton, you still on the Cubs, right?
yeah, exactly.
Ed Lofton just came up in the minors.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's so ridiculous. All of this, I don't know. I honestly, I just don't know what to say to that. Like, I wouldn't fight anybody that hard over a ball. I will try to get the ball, but I won't like pull people off in order to get it, because that's kind of goes against the whole like idea of whoever the ball goes to, it's supposed to go to, you know?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if that guy knew that he was pushing. The only thing I'll say in that guy's defense at all is that maybe he didn't know he was pushing a girl. He didn't seem like he knew who he was pushing. Not that you should push anybody, but like if somebody's getting in there, you know, and like pushing you, because if she's in the scramble and you're like, I'm trying to get it, you know, maybe he doesn't know he's just pushing a dude. But
yeah,
like, it's a bad look, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a kid trying to steal a ball from my tie. That kid deserved getting freaking pushed out of the way.
Yeah, and I don't know that the guy like was like, oh, I'm gonna pull this girl out and then I'm gonna keep pushing her and I'm just gonna leave the ball there and just beat her up. Like that's not what happened.
Yeah.
That would have been a different
apologize thing. Later. It's just like these momentary lapses, you know, can
well, and I think the worst part is when these things get on John Boy, because everybody talks about, oh, John Boy, and John Boy is so funny. I find John Boy to be lame. Whenever somebody gives me a video, because I never see it unless somebody sends it to me and they're like, oh, look at this video. It's hilarious. John Boy is just really, and I'm watching just like, I don't understand the humor here at all.
I think that's going to happen to us more and more as we get older and people are like, this is awesome. And you're like, not really. I think it's just you get to a certain age where you just seen too much shit and you're like,
yeah,
it's not bad, awesome kids. Like, you know.
Yeah, I saw a better version of that on, baseball this week in baseball. I saw a better version of that on This Week in Baseball, and it involved the San Diego Chicken, and it was fucking awesome. And so I don't need to.
Remember that song?
Yeah. Now, I should say,
Bench comes out, tell you what to do. Oh, that's baseball punch.
Yeah, I should say though, it's also like hard to do that because what John Boy's doing. Like people think it's funny. I don't think it's that funny. But it is hard. And perfect illustration of that was last week when I was doing the bitch clock, and that just fell so flat when I did it. I kind of just did it in the apartment in the same way, and I sent it. And the funny thing was that you and Crawley actually nailed the joke before the video plays. So then by the time the video plays, everybody's like, yeah, that's what Danny and Crawley just said. And it was worse. I was just like, oh man, that sucks.
I'm sorry, but with all these bleacher fightings going on, I'm bringing my Berna less lethal into the bleachers just to protect myself from other drunk bleacher fans and mountain lions.
And mountain lions is
I love that sound they use. And it might just be somebody like me going like really close to the mic and affecting it with a flange or some shit.
Yeah, if somebody
was on the trail and a mountain lion attacked him, that's why
anybody in Chicago that
using the bleachers.
Anybody in Chicago that thinks they saw a mountain lion was just drunk and saw a rat. Like they fell on the ground and the rat was really close, and they're like, it was giant.
We do have coyotes, so and some raccoons, bunnies. I saw Bunny last night.
Oh, I'm gonna less lethal a bunny the next chance I get.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those ice shot gloves and just go pet bunnies. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why.
And then if anybody asks you, just be like, oh, I'm testing. I'm testing pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I'm testing on. Yeah. See what Malort does to its eyes. Oh boy. All right. Well, we can get off that was the top story because frankly, it was it's disappointing to lose to the Cardinals. It was, kind of disappointing to lose that last game to the White Sox where you only got 2 hits and they were both by freaking Tyrone Taylor, like the 8 or 9 hit or whatever. And then, and it started off well because they shut out the Cardinals 3-0 in the first game of the week of the homestand. And then they got shut out 3-0 in the last game. So it was like a bookend of bullshit. And then in the middle, it felt like a million things happened. None of them good. Well, the PCA walk-off was great. The fact that he led off a game and walked off a game with the home run. Can I just show you some numbers real quick about how PCA freaking shoves it down the White Sox buttholes? Look at this. Look at this is his whole career so far against the White Sox. It's like 67 at bats or plate appearances. Look at these numbers. Slashing. 356, 424, 797 for a 1.221 OPS.
That is wild.
Fuck
that
you,
is
White Sox.
excellent.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I love it. And you can make a career on the north side of Chicago having those numbers against the White Sox. And if you can have numbers like that against the Cardinals, you may never get traded. Even if you don't do shit against anybody else, those are the numbers against those 2 teams, and they'll keep you around forever. You'll be here.
Michael Barrett slugged Pierzynski in the face, and he's still a legendary Cub just for doing that. He might have batted .078. I don't know.
Nobody has any idea what he batted.
Doesn't matter.
All we know is he was batting 1,000 the day he punched Pierzynski.
Yeah, exactly. And we got speaking of getting it shoved up our buttholes, that fucking dude, Baez. I used to like watching dudes named Baez hit home runs at Wrigley. Not against the Cardinals. That was impressive. Joshua Baez, 3 home runs in his first 3 major league at bats.
Everybody lost their shit over this kid. And then he goes 0 for 18 because like whatever the Cubs are doing, I'm sure they were just like, oh, this kid is nobody, right? And he's not very good, and just throw it right over the middle because he's not going to be able to do anything, and because that's what their numbers told him. And then the dude hits 3 freaking homers in the one game. It's an amazing start to a career, but then like literally the next day they're just like, yeah, don't do that again. And they're like, okay, we won't do that again. And he fucking just flails and does nothing.
Fell completely apart. But I mean, and rookies do that. But I mean, that was just a special moment for him and his family. But at the same time, what's concerning for Cubs fans is not just the fact that this rookie did something that's never been done before. It's that who is ostensibly our, I don't know, what number 1 starter. I mean, I don't really know that we have one. It's just a bunch of 2s. But Matthew Boyd had an ERA of 3.50 going into the game and ended it with a 4.02. And it was because he gave up 4 dongs. It was a dong hitting kind of day, obviously, to understate the obvious. But that's, I mean, it was not a great outing by him. It was one bad outing among many good ones. So I'm not going to flip out yet, but concerning.
Right. Well, and I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know how many homers the Cubs had in that game, but they only scored 4 runs. The Cardinals scored 8, but 3 homers, and that's how you score 8. If you have 3 homers in that thing. That was the 8-4 game, right? Or was it the 11-4 game?
No, that was the 8. That was the 8-4 game. Conforto hit a home run in the second. That was the one where the Cardinals went up right away. It was 3-0 right away to start the game. And then Conforto tied it up with a 3-run homer of his own. And then Joshua Baez just kept hitting home runs, and the Cubs did not. And there was like some bullshit run later, but then we got our ass kicked.
That is my fear when I see games like that. And I think we saw it all week. Like they were 500 this week, and they did not do a lot of manufacturing of runs. There was not a lot of like putting the ball in play, getting hits, doing the thing that is baseball. it was all just like swing for the fences, swing for the fences, swing for the fences. And sometimes that works. But when it doesn't work, it really doesn't work. And it looks terrible.
Yesterday,
the wind was blowing in.
Yeah.
And they were still hitting the fucking ball like they could hit it out.
I'm guessing that likely in October that the wind will more than likely be blowing in and not out. I mean, you never know, but I think it blows in more than it blows out. It blows in, it blows out in the summer, the middle of summer, July, August. That's what Wrigley's famous for. Those kind of July, August games where the wind's howling out. But I don't think that happens as much as people think it is. And I don't think it has as much of an effect as it used to because of the video boards.
Yeah. No, but you're right. I mean, in the summer it blows and in the fall it sucks. And it's bad for the Cubs both ways because they can't seem to work with it either way. But the thing that I see all the time when I'm watching these games is, and makes me so frustrated, is like the Cubs are so damn good on offense when they're up there, like taking the hits that they can take, right? Working with the pitches that they're given, putting the ball where the ball kind of wants to go. Like if you're pitched outside, you work center out. And if you're pitched inside, that's when you pull. And when they're doing stuff like that, you see a team that is insanely good. And then because of all those hits, your power guy gets a ball down, just grooved, right? Because you've all of a sudden the starting pitcher or whatever is at, 50 pitches in the third inning, or the second inning. And so he grooves one, and that's when your power guy crushes a ball. And that's how it's supposed to work. But the Cubs do not seem to get that. And they'll be out there and you'll see these guys just swinging, and it's like three very hard hit, very long warning track shots. And the guy he threw 10 pitches. And you're just like, oh, that is not how you're going to win this game. That is not how the best version of the Cubs win.
But Michael,
games.
We have the second best runs per game in the major leagues.
And it's because of the games when they actually just take those hits. Like you watch them when they're doing that.
It is. I think it's because sometimes they put up fucking 15. I think it's because they regularly
I'm just
score
saying
9.
the days that they put up those 15 are the days that they are just nickel and diming these assholes to death, right?
Well, the teams that beat us, like the freaking White Sox, are nickel and dimed us to death, really. I mean, that's how they stayed in those games. I mean, they've got Murakami, got a couple guys that can hit some home runs, but it's not like the Cubs are built. And they have a bunch of dudes that get base hits, go the other way. And they came into the series and they could have won every single one of those games. They all went down to the wire. And the only game that was not even close was the game that the Cubs lost. Because
they were all homer games. They were all homer games. The homer took over in that, but like literally if the Cubs in the game that they won, the 10 inning game, the reason they were able to get back into that was because of how bad the White Sox defense was. The White Sox have garbage defense. They played badly all 3 games, but when you just hit pop flies all the time, like it's easier to play defense against you. If you push a team to have to throw the ball, have to catch the ball, have to do all the shit, that's when you can take some, get some runs. And that's the thing that frustrates me, is because I see the Cubs do that sometimes and they look amazing. They look like world killers. And then you get a guy who's got a 5 or a 6 ERA. And I swear to God, their scouting report says, just swing for the fences. Just hit this guy out. And they make him look like a fucking Cy Young candidate because all he's got to do is
the bullpen game too yesterday.
Yeah.
It was who was Uriquity? Uriquity mowed us down for 6.
Urquidity.
Yeah.
Urquidity.
I
don't know.
Once, but I took some Petticoat and it went away.
Uriquity. He was awesome.
Yeah. But, let me tell you, because I'm going to compare everybody to every other team that the Cubs ever have. I'm going to compare them to the team that won the World Series, the 2016 Cubs. Okay. Can you guess what place they were in out of 30 teams in homers hit that year?
That year?
Yeah. What place were they?
God, I'll bet they were in the top 5 because I think they had 5 guys with over 20 homers that year.
No, they were 13th. They were 13th. Yeah, and so that's not how they scored their runs that year. Well, first that was a pitching and defense first team. I'll say that much. But the Cubs were kind of supposed to be that too, ish. But the Baltimore Orioles hit 253 home runs. That was like 54 more home runs than the Cubs. And who ever heard of the 2016 Orioles? Nobody. It's not a thing. Nobody ever heard of them. Doesn't matter. 253 home runs is a shit ton of home runs to hit in a season. Does not matter. Nobody gives a fuck because the Orioles were terrible that year. And so it's like if you live and die by the homer and you don't have that. I mean, I know it drives you nuts, but like if you don't have different ways that you know how to score runs. And I did notice that the Cubs are doing a few different things, maybe things that they want to try out, like fake safety squeezes, nothing like what Joe Madden used to do, but like, hey, the third baseman's playing back. Maybe I, tap one the other way and try to get on first, or like those little things that will actually make a difference when you're facing elite pitching in the playoffs, which you will most exclusively be facing in the playoffs. You won't be able to go up there and be like, oh, this guy's a rook. Let's just get to the bullpen. That's not how it's going to work in the playoffs. It's not. You're going to be facing good teams with good freaking rosters and good bullpens and good starting threes that you're going to be facing. And it's not going to be a cakewalk to do the feast and famine offense. Like maybe you run into one and maybe you took a walk right before and you score 2 runs. But that's the best that the Cubs could do. I could so see them getting just completely shut down and maybe letting the guy totally off the hook because he didn't even have to pitch. Doesn't have to pitch that much. Like he's at it's the 8th inning. He's at like 96 pitches or something like that. He's still in the game. I mean, I'm having bad premonitions. We should get off the subject before I talk myself into a loss.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I am not anti-home run. I am just anti-home run as the first option when you're up there to hit. Like that's the problem. It's like you need to put together some hits. And that's when they give you the home runs. Like, it's when they give you that thing. And then it's not a 1-run shot. It's a rally killer. And those are awesome.
You just want to see a little bit more diversity out of the lineup. But this is the Cubs, and their diversity is named Pedro Ramirez. And that's it.
And you want to see them adjust to the situations versus every single inning is just treated as if it's the exact same as any other inning, and it's like, oh, well, I got 3 guys on and I'm going to swing out of my shoes when all you need is a single and you score 2. But no, then you get a strikeout and then you get a pop fly and you leave those 3 guys just fucking standing there. And it's
even worse, second and third. All right. Picture it. Second and third, only 1 out. All you need is a sac fly, you score a run. Single scores 2. Like that's exact kind of situation you're talking about. And Ian Happed up to the plate, takes a walk, loads the bases.
KB did that shit all the time back in the day. Oh God. Like we were on that, and we're the only people that I've ever been aware of that was on that whole, like, why does KB take walks? Like, yes, they don't want to pitch to him because there's 2 guys in scoring position, and instead of trying to make something happen, He just took his walk, and his
Are you-
OBP went up, and he looks fucking amazing OPS wise, but it hurt the team.
Well, and you can understand Chris Bryant waiting for his pitch or something because, or them not pitching to him and giving him nothing to hit. You can understand that because the dude is freaking could hit the ball a long way. Ian Happ ain't Chris Bryant in his prime. He just isn't.
Right.
He's just not, Ian Happ, he's batting 213 or something. This just in about the 2016 Orioles. They were the ones that blew that wild card game to the Blue Jays because they didn't use Zach Britton in extras. Remember that? They were like, oh, we're going to save him for tomorrow.
Yes, I remember
tomorrow,
that.
assholes. Yeah, I do remember that. Thanks for reminding us of the Orioles idiocies.
Two of the worst bullpen decisions ever. It was that Orioles. We were saving him for the next day, and it was the Rays pulling whatever that pitcher was. I think he plays for the Dodgers now, but pulling him because
it was. I almost said Glass now, but it's somebody else that.
Yeah, but he was absolutely rolling against the Dodgers. The Dodgers cannot touch the dude, and they pull him in the fifth because it was pitch count. And then the Dodgers come back and just beat the shit out of him. Blake Snell, Praz, Praz was in on it.
Why isn't Praz just on the show? Like, let's just hey, Praz, you want to be on Stone Ranto show? You'd be perfect.
Well, no, we need him out there so that he can look this shit up.
He doesn't have to. He actually is pretty good at trivia. Like he's got one of those brains where he can tell you, which is shocking because especially after getting punched so hard in the bleachers the other night, that his brain still works.
Well, luckily for him, all he had to do is put his hands up like this, and that dude just kept hitting his forearms with his forearms, and nothing happened.
Yeah, except a couple bruised forearms. The other bad thing that happened this week is that Dansby Swanson died. So that's not good. And
is it bad?
I mean, listen,
nobody's asking this question except for me. Is it bad? Is it bad that Dansby is not on that field?
Look, Dansby Swanson is having a rough year at the plate. He seemed to be coming out of it. But the defense, that's kind of how we're built. Nico Horner's a great replacement as a shortstop. He was making plays all over the place. It feels like Bregman is coming into his own. Like he's been making some incredible plays too. I don't know if they're just sitting there on the team plane, like talking about all the defensive shit they're trying to, do to, they're inspiring each other.
Bregman's been sitting over there fucking lazy as fuck all year because he's like, I got Dansby there. Dansby's going to cover everything. And anytime Bregman wants to do something, Dansby's like, no, get the fuck out of the way. That's my fault.
And now Bregman can go diving around too. Yeah.
And now Bregman's like, okay, don't worry about it, Nico. I got this covered. Dansby just wouldn't let me do it. This is what I'm talking about, though. Are we really going to miss Dansby? He didn't do anything in the lineup, and now we get Pedro Ramirez at all times in the lineup. Nico is not as good as Dansby, but he is not such a drop-off that it's going to be that big a deal. And if Bregman is able to step up his game, it's going to cover that even more. The biggest place that I've seen so far that they're struggling is the timing and everything between Ramirez and Nico, right? On the double plays.
Yeah, they kind of blew a couple the other day.
They're struggling with that right now, but that's just because they haven't had a chance to do it.
Yeah. And I like Pedro Ramirez. I mean, here's a guy that nobody was really clocking all that much coming out of the minor leagues and playing his way onto the team and really making it so that Matt Shaw doesn't really have a job. Although we do know that Matt Shaw will probably take Pedro Ramirez's job, regardless, because he's a first round pick who,
he better not. They better give him
go to a funeral.
Now, and I am not advocating for this, but they need to give him Alcantara's job, not Ramirez's job, right? Because Ramirez is doing great.
But who's going to pinch run and get picked off? It's got to be. We need a guy.
No, I think Matt Shaw could handle that job.
He could handle it. He could get picked off. He's friends with people that get picked off. Oh. Oh man, I'm getting canceled. I'm gonna get fired from whatever job I have.
Well, talk about getting picked off though. Alex Bregman, that motherfucker made the worst. What was he doing at third base? Like, he did everything wrong. He was like a T-ball kid out there. The catcher popped up, pump faked the throw. This is the fucking major leagues. He pump fakes that throw. And Alex fucking Bregman, veteran of the league, all-star, just bites. And then when they throw it down to third, he like tries to get in the way and covers up and tries to dive back to the base, you fucking idiot. Like, he would have been safe 3 different ways, except for the one way that he did it. And that was when he cowered his head and tried to get in front of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Coomdog said that back in the day. He's like, that was your best bet. Because he's like, some dudes would try to like sidearm it and nail you on purpose just so you never tried anything again. That was more going first to second and like breaking up a double play, though. That's different play, but still, it's like, you gotta protect the family jewels.
Yeah, I still think that if he just dives back, he's probably safe. It wasn't that close, except for the fact that he didn't slide. And I have coached enough Little League to have that kid come back into the fucking dugout, and I'd be like, yeah, you should have slid. Like, you can't yell at him because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But this is Alex Bregman. He should have dove. Like, what is he doing?
And then, and to kind of replace Dead Dansby, they brought up, well, they claimed a guy from the Mets. I did not see all these moves that went on. I don't know if Owen Miller went back down. He came up, got into the game, didn't even take a plate appearance. I got nothing to show on him, Owen Miller. But there's his numbers before. He's a Milwaukee special. You know, he was with Craig back in 2023. So, and he was okay. That 261 is just kind of a role playing middle infielder dude that can take some ABs when you need them. And then the other guy they claimed from the Mets is Gabriel Arias. And, you know, he's also not very good. 669 OPS, released by Cleveland, picked up by the Mets, released by them, picked up on waivers by the Cubs. So I don't know, maybe we see these guys. Hopefully we don't. And you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind picking up some of these guys off of waivers when you have the opportunity and stuff, but
you have to at this point.
But also, why? Like,
it's kind of
I guess on this
deadline,
team,
fill out the end of the roster, see who's got the hot hand. I mean, you know, you got an extra spot. We might not ever see these dudes play. So
I understand. And I just, it would be nice if they would be like, hey, there's I don't know, like just one sentence. Yeah, we picked this guy up because we like what he does against left fielders on Tuesdays when the wind's blowing out. Like
nothing. It's just like the Mets didn't want him. Let's see what we got. Meanwhile, like James Triantos is like, what did I do?
You know, or maybe it's like, oh, somebody in Des Moines sucks. We're sending him to South Bend, or we're sending him to Tennessee, and we need somebody to take his spot. So we picked up Owen Miller or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, meanwhile,
like, that's fine too.
Little Yumper is here saying pick up Soler. Soler got dumped as well. And that's like, this is the new like fake trade deadline thing that can happen. Which is that teams that they want to, I don't know, use their guys from the minors. I know we don't know anything about that on the north side of Chicago, but they're like, let's get rid of these dudes. We're not going to use them next year. If some team picks them up, we don't have to pay them. We'll save a little money. They have to pay them. And then it's like a fake trade deadline. So you can pick up somebody like Jorge Soler, who's not going to be in the playoffs, and end up on a playoff team.
I absolutely agree with Yumper here. Pick up Soler. Just because none of these guys are anything, right? Soler is a 2016 World Series champion. He was on the team. He was on these teams. He has a Cubs pedigree, and send that dude to Des Moines to finish out the season and just play a little bit, because in Des Moines, they will fucking love him. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of like Kansas City Royals fans there too. They'll love him too, because when he was with Kansas City, people loved him. Like, just pick him up to put him in Des Moines, just so that Des Moines gets, I don't know, 8 more fans to show up.
Exactly. To show the kids how to make those cool Gatorade Cup binoculars.
I've been thinking a lot about that. Him and the hands on his heads, that kid, like, man,
Herrera?
Herrera, those guys were fun. They were having a good time, and you don't really see it anymore, or you see it too much. Every goddamn team has a sword or a cape or a coat or a helmet.
Cubs got nothing. They like wave at each other. It's so stupid.
Well,
I like
yeah,
it.
because
I wish they had a crown. I mean,
they
come in
started
and put
this
a
shit.
scepter in your hand and a crown and a robe, and like that's hilarious.
Yeah, they started this shit back in 2015, actually. And then 10 years later, they're like, yeah, that's old. We're not doing that anymore. It's like, come on. It's still fun if you do something, except for whatever this fucking bullshit is.
Yeah,
I mean, I personally love
the Wizzo.
PCA doing this,
Yeah,
because nobody knows what that means, but we all think we do.
exactly.
Suck my fucking dick, bitch.
SMFBD. Or DB. So the other thing I wanted to point out is that the Cubs are now stealing your spirit at Wrigley Field and taking pictures of you the entire game. Crawley, he tweeted this out the other day, like, hey, everybody, check this out. The Cubs are filming you at all times. So he goes, where were you at the unbelievable game last night? Don't forget, you can get pics of yourself taken by @Cubs. It also tells you what was happening when they took the pic. It's all done by AI. They know exactly what you're doing. There's pictures of Crawley during PCA's walk-off home run and up in the air. And I was like, oh, well, last game I went to was against the Dodgers with Corey Furlong. And so I looked myself up. You put in your – you
look like you know the camera is on you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I picked the one that I wasn't looking at my phone.
But literally everyone around you is just sort of clapping. Some guys behind you but they're all looking the other way. You looking straight down the barrel of that camera.
And so this brought to you by Farmers Insurance and Flock Cameras, probably, because holy shit. And Crawley was like, isn't this cool? I'm like, no. Like, this is Big Brother surveillance bullshit. You know, makes me want to start wearing a mask everywhere I go, to be honest. Like,
yeah, no, and it's AI. And as we know, AI never makes a mistake at all.
Oh, shit.
So if you're listening to the Cubs pod, Waller actually mentioned this.
I heard that. Yeah.
Post game, because AI cannot tell the difference between Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs. They showed the White Sox as winning that game 4-3 because it's AI and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's ridiculous. And it's just so funny that like everybody's like, oh, AI can do this and AI can do that. And then you see this, you see the fucking, like, all you have to do is any normal, like, I wouldn't even say normal, any abnormal, less than normal, low IQ having motherfucker can look at a box score and know who won that game. But AI can't.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like the dumbest 80 fucking IQ motherfucker who voted for Trump can look at that and be like, oh, the Cubs win. The dumbest person you know. Mega little
instead
shit.
Instead,
One
the
brain
dumbest
firing.
the dumbest person you know is arguing with you the next day. No, the White Sox won. I saw it on Google, and I will not fucking change my mind ever.
I saw it on the Chat GPT. All right. Well, we should take a break. We should take a break on that note. But I know you have a silhouette for us today, don't you?
I do have a silhouette. You know what? But real quick, I've got this is my favorite silhouette that I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Booyah! That's me in Iceland. That is in the middle of the eclipse, and that's a giant church behind me that looks very like spaceshipy fallacy. Yeah, really cool moment. Like, it was all cloudy and everybody was upset because they couldn't see the sun. But I was just like, I've seen the sun before. It's not that impressive.
Yeah.
But this getting this dark was awesome. It was really cool. But
that's a neat thing to do, to travel to eclipses. Like, that's like a cool, like people go see all 30 baseball stadiums. People, like Larry Hawley runs marathons all over the world that he can get into. And then your thing is going to see some eclipses. Like, that's cool. I need a thing like that.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, the first one we went to was just because it was in Wyoming and we were close. And then the next one, we were living in Iowa and we could go to like northern Arkansas, so it was close. This one wasn't so close. But now, like Emily said, we are officially eclipse chasers now that we've taken that trip.
Yeah. And your son is a freaking storm chaser himself.
Oh yeah. He stays close. He's looking for the real dangerous shit.
Yeah.
The only thing dangerous about the eclipse is staring at it.
Exactly. All right. Well, show me a silhouette to stare at.
Okay, so here is the silhouette, and I did remember to do a clue for the listeners. Here it is, a pitcher. It's a RP, so I'm assuming a relief pitcher. This Hall of Famer started his career on the south side of Chicago and finished in Seattle with 7 teams in between, including 1 year sitting in foul territory on the third base side of Wrigley Field, where he kind of laid an egg. So that's your
I know
clue.
who it is. Yeah. That was a good clue. All right, cool. Put your guesses in. We'll be right back after a few commercials from all of our sponsors. Please support us at patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch as well. And we'll be back for some bitch clocking 150 years ago in a Mariners preview. We'll be right back.
The Bleacher Bunch brings you great shows like Sun Ranto, Cubs PS Plus, Bricks Behind the Ivy, Cuppa Cubby Blue, and Baseball Rabbit Hole. But you could be getting so much more when you subscribe to our Patreon page for as little as $1 a month at patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch. Get access to our exclusive daily show Cubs Pod, where we recap every single game. Plus, be the first to hear Cubs music, get early access to events, and receive an invitation to join our Discord Cubs community, where fans just like you show up every day to rant and rave about our beloved boys in blue. Most importantly, 10% of your Patreon pledge will go directly to help the Lost Boys Youth Baseball program. So join us. There are perks at every level, like the Renter Calendar, absolutely free, and name recognition for you or your business. We are independent Cubs podcasters, and we need your support. Otherwise, we'll quit. Seriously, we'll all quit. Some of us might even die from your lack of support. In fact, the cutest little puppy you've ever seen will die if you don't support the Bleacher Bunch at patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch. We promise to spend all the Patreon money on tickets and beer and all the dog crap we have to buy just to keep our podcast rolling. So give us your money, and we'll waste it far better than you will. Patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch. Free trials are available, but don't do a free trial. Just join, okay? Okay. Patreon.com/Bleacher Bunch.
In the clutch, in the clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Take it from the Bleacher Bunch. You'll love the shirts from In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirts are comfortable, stylish, and guaranteed to get you laid. Plus, they're proud sponsors of the Bleacher Bunch. Use promo code Bleacher Bunch for 10% off your purchase.
Nice to feel and soft to touch. That's why you will get laid so much. Wearing a shirt from In the Clutch. And you can thank the Bleacher Bunch. In the Clutch, in the Clutch. Buy t-shirts from In the Clutch. Remember the code Bleacher Bunch. Save 10% at In the Clutch. In the Clutch. In the Clutch.
In the Clutch shirt's actually not really guaranteed to get you laid.
Hey there, as you can see, I'm a talking penguin. No, I'm not like the Batman kind of penguin or Ron Say or that dumb fuck Happy Feet. No, I'm the spokes penguin for Penguin Imprints, who makes awesome imprinted items with original designs. And they do custom stuff too. Why, check this out. And this. How do you like this, Chicago? And I love this one. And this might sound a little weird coming from a penguin, but fuck ice indeed. Penguin Imprints also makes custom t-shirts and stickers for your event or organization. And because they're sponsors, listeners of the Bleacher Bunch Network can get 20% off any order at penguinimprints.com with the code Bleacher Bunch. Okay, that's enough about Penguin Imprints. Now I gotta go find that little bitch Happy Feet and put his smirking peak on the other side of his head. I hate that fucker. But man, do I love Penguin Imprints.
We're also brought to you by the Fanarchy app. We got no time on this show to play that commercial too, so I'll play it at the end of the show. But Fanarchy, awesome fucking app. Who the hell is this guy?
Okay, well, so a lot of people got this correct probably because of the clue. Kind of helped everybody.
Laid an egg.
And I'm not calling you out, Mr. Fourth Row, but he went with Chad Gaudin. And so I had to look this up. Did he even?
Don't you remember Chad Gaudin? I think we got him from the Twins back in the day. Middle reliever.
I like how you're like, don't you remember? He played half a season, -0.4 WAR, like 6.26 ERA. Like, yeah, I can't believe I didn't clock that dude. But no, the first one who got it right was Yumper with Goose Gossage. But yeah, Salado also got that. Dominic Galoro got it. So very excited.
Goose is loose.
Yeah, hold on. Now I got to find my stupid picture.
He came from the A's.
Gossage, Gaudin.
He was Gaudin. Look at freaking the package and freaking Goose Gossage there. Was he stuffing his cup? My God.
Yeah, he had the triple extra large cup because it's you know why?
Put a salami in there.
His dick had the same mustache. You need a lot of room for all that hair in there.
His pubic hair looked Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Pube Manchu.
Pube Manchu. Nice.
Pube Manchu.
But yeah, he got his start with the White Sox, and I did not realize this, but in 1976, so 1972, he had one start. 73, he had 4 starts. 74 had 3, none in 75. But in 1976, the White Sox went all in on him as a starter. He got 29 starts, and he went 9-17. He was not good. And then he never started again after that. They traded him. The White Sox traded him to Pittsburgh for one season. Then he was with the Yankees for a while, won a World Series. Then he was with the Padres before he went to the Cubs. And then the Cubs traded him to San Francisco. He went back to New York that same year, then Texas, then Oakland, and then finished out his career in Seattle, 42 years old in 1994.
Oh, boy. Wow.
And
he was roommates with Steve Stone, according to Terry E. Apparently, according to Praz, he dove in dumpsters, called him the dumpster diver. I have to look up that story. Memorable because his name is Goose.
Yep, Goose Gossage.
And his giant package.
And
extra large cup.
I will say pretty impressive at age 42 with Seattle. He had a 4.18 ERA through 47 innings. He had a 1.17 ERA plus though. So apparently 4.19 was or 4.18 was 17% better than most
his
of the
whole thing
relievers.
he was the only guy that threw that hard. Like he was one of 5 dudes in the league who could throw 99, 100 miles per hour. And he could do that for a long time. And so he had the whole package, if you will.
Yeah. Well, and now I'm looking at his numbers. He's one of the few guys. He's a Hall of Famer. He had a 3.01 career ERA. His FIP though was 3.18. So he was benefiting from some good teams behind him.
All of them? He played for everybody.
Yeah, he literally played for so many.
All right, it's time for everybody's least favorite segment.
150 years ago.
It just makes my skin crawl to hear that thing. It just makes me like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Surprise, surprise. 150 years ago, we were embroiled with a controversy with St. Louis and their team of the time, the Brown Stockings, who I assumed were named that because they were always stepping in shit.
Yeah.
The Cubs, 150 years ago, August 21st, that's tomorrow, and August 22nd, the Cubs, or the White Stockings at the time, lost a close game 7-6 to the Brown Stockings. And then the next day, the Chicago White Stockings won 12-2 over St. Louis. But there was a controversy at the end of the year. If you remember, a bunch of teams kind of like didn't want to go out west to play St. Louis and Chicago anymore. So the Brown Stockings actually ended up with a better winning percentage than like the third place Hartford Dark Blues. So because the Hartford Dark Blues were like, we're not going to fucking Chicago. Fuck that train ride last time, and we got stuck by a cow on the tracks or whatever happened to them. Last time there was a twister, 9 people died, and a hobo stole my shoes. Who knows? But the Brown Stockings came in second, but they claimed to have won the pennant that year because they beat the White Stockings 6 games to 4 that year. So they had so there was no real way that they were saying, okay, this is first place, this is second place. So St. Louis is like, well, you guys might have won more games, but we beat you, the White Stockings, more than you beat us. So St. Louis, of course, in their assholey way, claims something that is not theirs.
Yes. And so I actually did a baseball rabbit hole about this. I don't remember which one it was, but I talked about it. And yeah, the White Stockings won the National League, in which there was only the National League.
Yeah.
And despite that, St. Louis claimed to be the Western champions.
They
were the Western champions. Yeah.
Well, we actually beat the Cubs. They probably have a fucking pennant somewhere at motherfucking Busch Stadium being like 1876 Western fucking champions, even though it was the Browns and not the fucking Cardinals, who didn't even exist.
Yep. Oh my God. Yeah.
The Browns didn't even exist too long after this. There were
Press.
like 3 different Browns.
Process. The Chicago White Stockings are still the real 1876 National League champions to me. Damn it.
Fly the flag. Fly the flag. So anyway, I just
why don't we have that banner up? Do you know how many banners the Cubs would have if they just put up all the fucking championships they won in the 1800s?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Let's put up the pennants too, like from the 30s when we just lost in the World Series every year. And Babe Ruth was like calling shots. All right, we're facing the Mariners, and I do want to get to the bitch clock, so I'm going to get through this quick because the Mariners, I'm like, why do we play the Mariners every year? What's the point? Who cares? Just so infield fly girl can see a game? My God, and my friend Zach, he lives out there too, so he's probably excited to go as well. But it's like, what's the point? AL West in general, and then you got to fly all the way across the country, all the way to the fucking America's taint up there in logging country to play a goddamn ball game. If this was 1876, they're not getting on that train. They're not going out west.
If this was 1876, I don't even think Washington's a state.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
There's no place to go. They'd be playing the Native American travel team.
Yeah, the Chippewas. I don't even know if that's who was there, but the Mariners.
Thank God you qualified that so that we didn't get canceled for you calling the wrong name.
By the way, I have no idea what I'm talking about. but we're doing this podcast on stolen land. I can tell you that much.
Yes.
The third place right now, the Mariners, but that means they're only 60 and 67 because they stink. But that's good enough for being 2.5 back in the wild card in the fucking poverty AL. Where
is the AL even above 500 yet? Their first place team?
It wasn't the other day. No, the first place, the third place team, I believe, was not. Let me look.
Yeah, they're not even close. But I was wondering about, like, I thought possibly the Rangers were like 500.
Whoever's sitting in that third wild card spot is hovering around 500 right now.
Oh, the Houston Astros are in first place in the West. They are 64 and 63.
One game over.
One game over, and they are first place. That's that's what I'm saying. I think they were 500 or below. Like, it's terrible.
No, it is below. No, you're looking at you're looking at the AL West. Yeah, they're terrible, but I'm looking at the wild card. I'm looking at the Minnesota Twins being 63 and 65 and going to the fucking tournament.
Yeah, that should not be allowed. That should not be allowed. If you cannot win at least one more than 500, then you don't deserve to go. Those should be fucking bye games or something. I don't know.
Poverty fucking, especially the AL West. And the only good division really is the East, and they're not even the world beaters they once were. So they stink, and they lost to the Brewers 22-0 the other night. So they play the Brewers tonight, and so hopefully they can win. But I don't want them to get too hot. But get your wins out of the way against the Brewers, if you will. And then, but they have been playing a little bit better. They had a 2-8 stretch, and then they beat Houston and Milwaukee, and they've gone 3-1 in their last 4. Their offense is average in all ways, except for that. Even though they have average offensive numbers, they have scored the least runs per game at 3.91. So is that just bad luck or something, or just the least clutchy team of all time? Because they're not the worst homers. They don't have the worst batting average. They don't have the worst OPS. They're right in the middle with that shit, but they just can't score any runs.
Yeah. And, you know, I just looked it up real quick because I wanted to fuck around here. And, you know, we got the Brewers are the best team in all of baseball, right? Wins wise. Mm-hmm. Where do you think they rank in home runs versus the entire league, all 30 teams? Where do they sit home run wise? They are the literal best team in the entire league.
Oh, the Brewers are number 1.
Yeah, their 79 wins is the top of the entire league.
No.
So
their offense is number 1.
No, I was saying their home runs. No, they're dead fucking last.
Yeah.
They have 119 home runs, and they are dead last. And that is the team that is running away with the entire league. They're the best team in the league. And yet we get the boog stats all day long about, well, if they hit 2 home runs in a game, then they win 78% of the time. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, exactly. None of that matters. In fact, like the Cubs, I mean, look, I'm looking at the numbers right now. Brewers 253 batting average, Cubs 248. That's essentially the same. They both have 337 OBPs. That is the same. The Cubs slug way more. 21 points higher. They've got a higher OPS. It does not matter. It matters it matters when you do your things and how you do them to score the run. Manufacturing runs, get them over, get them in. And the Cubs do not do that. They're Well, I don't know who. First I'll tell you that the pitching, their starting pitching has been better. They sold a little bit of it off at the trade deadline. I guess we'll be facing, I saw it earlier in the chat, Salado said that they're calling up a guy to start Saturday named Cade Anderson, Cade with a K, like assholes. But he's a lefty pitcher, so hopefully we don't K too much against Cade with a K.
I can tell you right now that Jed Hoyer shit his khakis when he learned this news. Because according to Jed Hoyer, anybody named Cade is worth taking a first-round spot on in the draft. Cades would run this entire league if Jed Hoyer was in charge.
Cades and Cadens. Yeah, all day long. It's all he drafted this year, Cades and Cadens. And actually, that's all that millennials named their kids, apparently.
Right.
Like, come here, Cade, Cade 2 and Caden. Time to go to
Cade, Cadle, Caden, Cater, Catafluish,
and Caterpillar. So, Caterpillar.
Caterpillar's my favorite one. He's cute. He's got extra limbs.
The Cubs bullpen, he's the Alfonseca of the family.
Right. He was just born with extra toes and fingers, so they're like, you're Caterpillar.
So the Cubs, their bullpen is slightly better than the Mariners' bullpen, ERA-wise, but they don't give up homers. They don't give up walks, and that's our game. Their bullpen does not give up homers and walks, and that's the only way we ever do anything. So good luck to us. They don't strike out a lot of guys either, but whatever. They do have a very low DER. They're not a good defensive team, so Cubs hopefully can take advantage of that. Cubs have the fewest errors in baseball. We're a good defensive team. I think that we maybe underestimate. Someday we're going to have a bad defensive team again, and we'll be like, oh, right. This is what that's like.
I don't know. We have the least amount of errors, but they just don't give errors to anybody anymore. So,
but
Dominic is looking out for you. 14 minutes left for a hard out.
I know. We're going. We're speeding. They've allowed 90 stolen bases this year, which is quite a few. Where the Cubs, they've only allowed 69.
Nice.
Yeah. So then it looks like it's for us. It's going to be Boyd, who had a bad start last time. Peterson, who got taken out of the rotation, but then freaking Edward Cabrera had another freaking blister after sucking. And so Peterson's back in there on Saturday against Caterpillar. And then Imanaga is going on game 3 in the day game. We got a late one tomorrow, 9:00. I think it starts West Coast time.
Oh my God, it's going to be so late. I'm glad it's a weekend at least.
Yeah. And then why don't we spin the bitch clock a couple times? And and we'll just each take it. We got to knock something off of the bitch clock because there's so much on it. It just grows and grows and grows, this bitch clock. All right. I'm sharing my screen here. Of course, fighting in the bleachers, pushing girls in the bleachers, and Packer flags in the bleachers, which also happened. They made the list. These are all the new ones. Tarps off dudes who went down during that rain delay in the expensive seats and started waving their shirts around. They're probably homophobic. That made the list. Fans moving around during the game. That is annoying. The Assad disrespect. It's true. Assad does nothing. He comes up, he fucking shoves, and then what does he get for his troubles? Sent to Iowa. And then there's other ones that we had last week, including one of my favorites, Craig Counsell's hemorrhoids due to his sitting on his fat ass while his starters get shelled and then deciding to get his relievers in after the game is out of hand. That is just one. That's just one category right there. All right. How do I do this? Okay. I'm going to spin it. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, here we go. Can you see this? All right, good.
I can. Yes. It's going around. It's very colorful.
And who are we getting?
It's it's too small for me to see.
It says losing the Gaussman trade. Okay. I'll take this one. Sure. What the hell?
Okay, because I don't know who the fuck they traded for Gaussman. Wait, that was Ballesteros, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know.
Pitch clock, you have 30 seconds to pitch.
All right. I don't want to focus on who we gave up for Gaussman. I want to focus on Gaussman himself. This is the kind of pitcher that I always wanted to be a Cub. But I wanted him to be a Cub like 6, 7 fucking years ago when he was actually fucking good. And now you just got an old veteran guy. Oh, he knows all the words to the Pearl Jam songs. Oh, so he can be on the Cubs just like 2016. Let's roll it back. No, he's just a stringy-haired old man. Come on, we need to do better.
Stop your bitching.
I'm really glad you brought up the stringy hair. He is a disgusting looking individual.
Fuck that guy.
He is like Marsh on the Nationals or wherever fuck team he's on now, the Phillies. But yeah, he looks disgusting, and I have to assume the reason he's been so good at pitching is because batters don't really want to look at him when they're standing in the box. They have a hard time looking out there and seeing his ugly fucking like stringy gross hair.
Yeah, they're afraid they might like come in contact with fentanyl or something. That's what it looks like. Ty Southsian and Brett Bateman, future Hall of Famers that went for Gaussman, by the way, just to update everybody on something.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't heard somebody bitching that those guys are gone.
No, nobody gives a fuck.
All right, spin that clock.
Not a thing to care about. Yeah. So, all right, your turn. Spinning the wheel.
Let's see what I get here.
You get. Oh yeah, baby, 10,000 bobbleheads.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what
Okay.
you get. Or you know what that refers to, right?
No.
Oh, the fact that that Wrigley only gives away 10,000 bobbleheads. They only give away 10,000.
Okay. I thought it was just that there's so many of them out there. But yeah, no, yes. Okay, now I get it because that pisses me off too.
Here you are.
Pitch clock, you have 30 seconds to pitch.
10,000 bobbleheads? Really, Ricketts? Why are you being cheap on this bullshit? We already know that you buy the fucking Dollar General fucking store bobbleheads already. They don't look like the players. They may not have the same numbers as the players. They're fucking terrible. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm dying right here.
We're going to talk about the Billy Williams,
we know you can do it because every other goddamn team in the league gives away like 40,000 of these things, and you only give away 10,000. But it's not just bobbleheads; it's anything that you give away. It's only 10,000, and all it does is just make people stand in line for hours before, ruining the experience of the game. And if anybody's wondering what was going on, I just got the world's worst hamstring fucking cramp right in the middle of that. That's why I started laughing, because I was trying to play through it. I was trying to run from first to second, like that dude we saw a few weeks ago. But fuck,
You're the Dansby Swanson of the podcast. You've got it, except it's not an oblique, which is it's a fake muscle.
Yeah, who the fuck pulls a hamstring with the pitch clock? Like, I did not run down to first. I'm just sitting here trying to bitch, and I pulled a fucking hamstring. God damn,
a bitching injury.
I think it's probably because all of that came straight out of my ass and just pulled on that muscle too much.
Well, speaking of bitching.
Boog really isn't a homer, and Taylor gives him a boner. But wait, he should lose to see his own shoes as the Cubs go and play Arizona. Ha ha! Yeah, baby.
Oh, Boog catching strays.
Yeah. So Cubs-Stradamus doesn't know what day it is, or he's actually in the future now. He used to do the next series, and now he's like 2 series in the future. I feel like he's like Max Headroom.
No, because we do Seattle, and he just did Arizona. That's who we faced in the beginning of the. He was right on.
Yeah, but he used to always
crackerjack.
He used to do the next series, and now he's. I think
What show are you on? He's always done the series after the one we just previewed.
I don't know. Maybe I just can't remember well because of the smell. And it's just so hard to focus.
It's like that Men in Black, mind eraser. So announcements, Bleacher Bum Band is playing with Thomas Ian Nicholas's band at Cubby Bear on September 12th after the game. So everybody should come to that because it's going to be a lot of fun and a good time had by all. So 9/12, be there. And then right after that, 9/19 in Cincinnati, we're going to be hanging out and we're getting group tickets. So please join up on the Partiful. I've been sharing that out. It's posted on the Facebook page, on the Ranters page, and I'm going to post it right now in the chat. Join the Partiful. Join us in Cincinnati. Get your own ass there. I know we have some Ranters that live pretty close, like Kerry Bronner Meyer doesn't live too far away. And we're all going to hang out. We went last year. It had a great time. And so join the Partiful, and so we know how many tickets to get. Forever.
Yeah, and I'm struggling with that one. I don't know for sure if I can go to it, but we'll look at it. But I want to announce real quick. Anybody in the Iowa area, I have 8 tickets that I could give to Patreon people. I will buy so I got 10 tickets to go to an Iowa Cubs game. And if you guys want to go and you're a Patreon, hit me up in the Discord and we'll set up a day to go because I think it would be fun to get me, Emily, and 8 of the Ranters all go to a game together in Iowa because all of a sudden it's fucking August and I haven't used these tickets.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Windy City, what are they called? The Windy City Thunderbolts tickets that they're not getting used.
Yeah.
TFCs, we got less than 3 minutes and I got a hard out. I got to get to the theater.
Well, I don't have one, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a few sad news this week. Tommy John died 1943 to 1926, and that's not the TFC. The TFC is somebody's response to that, which it's this fella, Henry the Vacuum, said, masturbating too much and injuring my elbow in honor of the late Tommy John.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was amazing. And I enjoyed this one. Talking baseball, it's said that Nolan Arenado exited today's Diamondbacks game, and the picture says he had trunk discomfort. And Nick Palazzo comments, is he an elephant? Trunk discomfort.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard trunk discomfort.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing that happens.
It's the weakest IL ever. Discomfort, not injury. Not a strain, not any discomfort.
Yeah, it's like
guess
itchy
what,
hemorrhoids.
Nolan? You're just old. I wake up every morning with trunk discomfort.
Yeah. I've got life discomfort, really. So, and the last one I have
Dominic
is
Galoro already hit me up with a text. Hey, I've never been to an Iowa Cubs game. I'll go.
Oh, good. So the last one was
you're in, Dominic.
At the corn game, they had the wooden fence that in front of the rows of corn, and on the wooden fence was painted Bet MGM, which is literally the movie. It's based on the movie Field of Dreams, about shoeless Joe Jackson, who was banned from Major League Baseball for a gambling scandal, and then Bet MGM was on the. My God, have a brain, but
it's ridiculous.
Jackson, there's a picture of it just going, what the fuck? Shoeless Joe Jackson. So
poor shoeless Joe, just living in the wrong era.
Yeah, he really did. Hashtag Chance in the chat. We'll give away that Frank Chance postcard sent to you by me with a message of love and doom. Allow me to share my screen. I'm going to play no fighting in the bleachers, of course, because it's just I got to remind people over and over and over again, and then I'll go down to the theater. It's your last chance to get in the chance. Hashtag Chance in the chat. I'm going to pick a winner. It might be me because I joined it. Here we go.
This is wild. It's 6:29, and you're running this. I did not think this could happen.
Yeah, well, I got to be there, and the winner is Dominic again. His wife really does not want me to send him any more things. So, and on that note, let's go Cubs. It's playing the Mariners for some reason. So
it'd be some late nights.
Late nights. Well, not Sunday. All right. Spagog.
Spagog.
There's no fighting in the bleachers! There's no fighting in the bleachers! There's no fighting in the bleachers! There is no fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit outside. There is no fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit outside. Suntan drink until you're drunk and rooted for the coach and acting like a punk and watch him hit and run and having lots of fun and show him all your love and celebrate and suffering. But you cannot fight, don't care who you don't like. Let's all have fun tonight. There is no fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit outside. Just keep on walking if you're in the rolling. No, you cannot fight. Don't care who you don't like. Let's all have fun tonight. There is no fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit out. No fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit out. No fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit out. No fighting in the bleachers. What did your mama teach you? There is no fighting in the bleachers. So take that shit outside.
Don't record me. Hey, put your phone away. My Ulysses up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. Walk away, guys. Guys,
Put your phone away. You're on private property. You don't have permission to videotape anyone. You don't put it away.